2. Crash Landing. January 24th, 2016. My eyes cracked open as I inhaled a deep breath. "Oh shit, he's awake!" I heard someone shout into their radio over the loud roar of an engine. "Hit him with neutralizer! I'm almost at the landing strip!" My eyes shot open. Facing me were two people wearing uniforms with NASA insignia badges on the chest. Time slowed as an arc of purple electricity came right for my chest. My instincts took over. I shot straight back, the purple electricity barely missing me, and slammed into the rear of the aircraft. The back half of the plane flew off when I impacted, and I shot out into the night sky. I went tumbling through the air, dodging objects that were being sucked out of the hole in the plane. I could see the people inside holding on for dear life as I righted myself in the air, gaining my composure. "We're going down!" the pilot shouted. The plane began spiraling toward the ground. The plane had a weird shape to it, and that's when I realized it wasn't a plane. It was a space shuttle. I watched it as it continued to fall. My mind was hazy and my body ached. I looked at my surroundings and couldn't see a thing. It was pitch black, and the farther away the crashing space shuttle fell, the more quiet it got. Soon, the only sound I could hear was my own breathing. I hovered in the air, trying to put together the pieces, trying to figure out what was going on. The screams of the people in the shuttle reached my ears, jolting me into action. I'm Kane Andrews. I'm Tempest. I'm a superhero. And even though I wasn't sure what was going on, I had a job to do. I flew toward the space shuttle as it spiraled toward the ground. There was a pop behind me as I broke the sound barrier, traveling faster and faster toward my target. The shuttle lit up the night sky, flames shooting out from the hole I'd created. I flew toward it at super speed, the wind whipping past, filling me with life. Everything was becoming clearer and clearer. I slowed as I reached the shuttle. I flew through the back of it and grabbed the two people who had been sitting next to the bed they'd had me strapped into. I flew back out, the flames from the shuttle licking my skin. The people I held, a man and a woman, screamed as I flew toward the ground. I flew fast, as I was going to have to go back up to the shuttle and get the remaining astronauts, and the shuttle was getting closer and closer to the ground. I hit the ground as softly and gracefully as I could and set the two people down in a large wheat field. I jumped up, flying right back into action. In the time it took me to save the first two people, the shuttle had increased the speed of its descent, and it was now just a few hundred feet from slamming into the ground. I flew as fast as I could, the stalks of wheat in the field below blown back as I hit supersonic speed not far from the ground. The shuttle was hundreds of yards away, but I reached it in a matter of seconds. I flew in and grabbed the pilot and co-pilot from their seats as they struggled to gain control of the shuttle. We were just a few stories above the ground, seconds away from slamming into it and turning into a huge fireball. I flew out of the shuttle, moving away from it as fast as I could, but I was unable to reach top speed since my passengers wouldn't be able to handle it. I turned my back to the shuttle and did the best I could to shield the pilots with my body. The shuttle hit the ground in a massive explosion. My super-sensitive eardrums ruptured with a pop, and blood trickled from them. I felt my body immediately get to work repairing them. The flames licked at my back, followed closely by black smoke. I continued to fly away toward the field. I found where I dropped off the first two astronauts and dropped their pilots off with them. They were radioing.